UST got karma from the other week's antics with Caitlin Clark. That's right, DiJonai Carrington got flattened when coming up against the Minnesota Lynx. It's fair to say Caitlin got her payback while sitting at home and watching the WNBA viewership drastically.
Has been impacting the WNBA well before this year. This is not a new thing. Sure. This is, and in that way, I do think Caitlin's being used as a pawn. Caitlin didn't bring this into the WNBA. This has been happening. And that, I think, is what's been such a shock for all.
DiJonai Carrington not only poked Caitlin the other day, but she also flopped to the floor, acting like Caitlin had punched her. Carrington tried to make out that Caitlin had seriously hurt her, but it's all came running up on her now that Lynn's game made her mad. She was complaining to the refs about the decision. This is what Caitlin has to go through every game. DiJonai, after the game, DiJonai said she didn't mean the foul even after clips were shown of her intentionally poking Caitlin and also laughing with her teammates about the situation. Rests up. She gets to watch the WNBA crumble right in front of her. The viewership has plummeted with fans refusing to watch, and Caitlin is off to Europe. Could she potentially look for a move into the Euro? Carrington has always been a fierce competitor on the basketball court, but there's a fine line between intensity and unsportsmanlike behavior. Carrington, known for her physical play, has had a career marked by her tenacity and aggression. Her latest action, particularly the eye poke incident with Caitlin Clark, have forced the spotlight on her in a different light. Could DiJonai Carrington's fall on the court be the result of karma after her controversial poke to Caitlin Clark?
I don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us names. I mean, we already see what's happening in the world. Something needs to be done, whether it's, them checking their fans or this league checking. There's no time for it.
The poke to Caitlin Clark's eye wasn't the first time. Harrington's aggressive tactics have raised eyebrows throughout her career. She's been involved in several incidents where her physicality crossed the line, leading to confrontations with other players and even referees. This time, however, the stakes were much higher. Caitlin Clark is not just another player, she's the face of women's basketball, and when Carrington poked her in the eye during one of the most crucial games of the season, it wasn't just Clark who felt the impact. The entire sports world was watching, and the fallout was immediate.
Clark get poked in the eye. Caitlin said in media after that was accidental, that was unintentional, but we saw reporters gaslighting that situation, trying to make more of it, speaking to amplifying the wrong narratives. As a result of that, DiJonai Carrington posted getting threats based off of an incident that Caitlin Clark said this was a basketball type of thing. I pushed through, we played a game, she played a good game after that. So she minimized it, tried to erase it, and tried to send a message like, y'all, there's nothing here. That was one.
Caitlin Clark is not just a basketball player, she's a phenomenon from a young age. Clark was destined for greatness. Her incredible talent on the court has made her a household name, and her meteoric rise to stardom has captivated fans across the world. But Clark's journey hasn't been without its challenges. She's had to fight for every opportunity, and her path to the WNBA has been marked by hard work, determination, and an unwavering belief in her.
It's sad when I talk about this a little bit in that we're still not talking about basketball.
No.
We're still not allowed to be focused on for our basketball play.
Caitlin Clark has never been about herself alone. She has always played for her team and cared deeply about her teammates and fans. Even as media attention grew and people started calling her the future of women's basketball, she stayed focused on working hard and improving her game. She didn't let the spotlight change her attitude or effort, and she consistently tried to help those around her get better as well.
WNBA Player of the Week. Surprise, surprise. Indiana Fever rookie sensation, Caitlin Clark. There's nothing really to say other than that. She's winning Rookie of the Year. She's a top candidate for League MVP honors. She ain't beating Asia Wilson for the MVP. But she beat Angel Reese for the Rookie of the Year. That's a wrap. That's over. And props to Angel Reese, who's had a good year.
That's why the eye poke incident with DiJonai Carrington was so frustrating for Caitlin Clark's fans. Clark had done everything right. She worked hard, led her team to the playoffs, and was close to solidifying her legacy. Then, in one moment, everything changed. The poke to her eye didn't just hurt her physically, it changed the game. Her vision was affected, and even though she kept playing, it was obvious she wasn't at full strength. This became a defining moment in her career, not because of how she played, but because of how she handled it. After the game, when the controversy blew up, Clark didn't play the victim or attack Carrington. She didn't make excuses or place blame. Instead, she focused on healing and getting back on the court, once again showing why she is a true leader and a role model for young athletes.
Obviously got me pretty good in the eye.
I don't think it affected me. Honestly, I felt like I got good shots. They just didn't go down, and obviously a tough time for that to happen. Like I got some really good looks. I felt I had three pretty wide open threes in the first half that like you usually make. So that's tough, but I felt like I battled and tried my best. Took care of the ball better than.
She worked nonstop to lead her team to the playoffs, only to see her season thrown off by an injury that could have been avoided. Beyond the physical pain, there's also the emotional weight of feeling like you let your team down, even when no one actually blames you. Players at Clark's level are often their own toughest critics, and the pressure to perform at a high level, even while hurt, is intense. The Caitlin Clark and DiJonai Carrington incident also exposed bigger problems within the WNBA. While the league has grown in recent years with more fans and visibility, serious issues remain. One of the biggest is the league's failure to properly promote its biggest stars. Caitlin Clark is a once-in-a-generation talent, yet the WNBA hasn't fully used her star power to reach a wider audience. That's not just a missed chance for the league, but a missed opportunity for the sport as a whole.
I would have loved to have been valued as a basketball player. I would have been loved to have been spoken about just for my play. I think everybody in the league can say that, but nobody ever let us do that. So what happened? We started to build
The WNBA has long struggled to get the same attention and respect as the NBA. Part of the problem comes from structural challenges like lower salaries, smaller marketing budgets, and less media coverage. But another major issue is the league's own failure to fully embrace and promote its biggest stars. Players like Caitlin Clark should be front and center in every WNBA marketing campaign, yet she often remains underexposed, especially when compared to how rising stars are promoted in the NBA.
Clark's Nike deal might be the worst endorsement deal in the history of professional sports. You guys remember this billboard that was put up in Iowa? Well, that's one of the last times that Nike has done anything for Caitlin Clark. They promoted her more in college than they have at all the entirety of the WNBA season. She signed an 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike that also included her own signature shoe, which honestly, looking at it now, $28 million for 8 years is an absolute steal for this superstar, when a player like Wemby's Nike deal was rumored to be over $100 million.
This lack of promotion doesn't just hurt individual players, it hurts the whole league. Without stars like Caitlin Clark drawing fans in, the WNBA struggles to keep its momentum. The recent drop in viewership after Clark's playoff exit shows this clearly. Fans want to watch the best players, and when those players aren't given the recognition they deserve, the league ends up losing.
Had an incredible rookie season, but she has also transformed the WNBA. She became the face of the league as a rookie. She was #1 in jersey sales, and all of her collaborations with Wilson sold out in minutes. So why is Nike sleeping on Caitlin? It was reported that Nike wants to prioritize A'ja Wilson, and it fears the optics of giving a rookie a signature shoe before an already established star who just won league MVP for the...
As the WNBA faces these challenges, Caitlin Clark considering a move to Europe has become a big topic. The EuroLeague offers higher salaries, better treatment, and more visibility for players. For Clark, who has already proven herself in the WNBA, moving could be a chance to grow her career and earn more money. Many top WNBA players have gone overseas at some point, either for better pay or more recognition. In Europe, women's basketball has a bigger following, and players are often treated with the same respect as men. For Caitlin Clark, moving to Europe could be a game changer. She would get to play in front of bigger crowds, gain international recognition, and earn a much higher salary than in the WNBA. The money alone makes it appealing, but the chance to grow her brand globally is even more enticing. Leaving the WNBA wouldn't be easy. Clark has been a cornerstone of the league and helped elevate women's basketball in the U.S. However, if the league continues to underappreciate and underpromote her, it's easy to see her exploring other options. The WNBA would be wise to act now to keep Clark, because losing her to Europe would be a huge blow to the league and women's basketball in the U.S.
be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10 games in the Big Three. So the money is there, and if these owners are smart with it, I could definitely see more WNBA players going overseas and possibly not.
One of the most surprising things about Caitlin Clark's career has been Nike's silence. Despite her clear talent and star power, Nike has been quiet and hasn't promoted her much. She hasn't been featured in any major campaigns, and she hasn't received the same attention that other players have gotten.
One of the hottest selling jerseys in sports, y'all, according to Fanatics, led by the one and only Michael Rubin. Clark's Indiana Fever jersey is apparently sold out in all sizes. It was rumored that she actually outsold Dallas Cowboys.
Caitlin Clark has one of the hottest selling jerseys in sports. According to Michael Rubin from Fanatics, her Indiana Fever jersey is sold out in all sizes and even reportedly outsold a Dallas Cowboys jersey. Despite this, Nike has been surprisingly quiet, which has frustrated Clark's fans who feel the company is missing a huge opportunity. Meanwhile, Adidas, one of Nike's biggest competitors, has shown support by posting about Clark's performances, earning praise from fans. Nike signed Clark to a major deal but hasn't even congratulated her for winning Rookie of the Year, while Adidas celebrated her achievements. This highlights a bigger issue. Women's basketball players like Clark are still fighting for the recognition male athletes often get automatically. Fans see Clark not just as a great player but as a cultural icon, and many believe she deserves the same attention as other superstars. Nike's silence, especially while focusing on other players like A'ja Wilson, has sparked debate, and Adidas stepping up only makes the gap more obvious.
You had some jealousy, not by most, not by all, but there were some people within the WNBA, players, pundits, etc., that were trying to tear her down. And so how y'all look now? See, I love how everybody trying to change the argument. My man Shay Shannon Sharp went off about it this morning, how there were so many people getting at people like him, getting at people like me and others, trying to change the freaking narrative. When people were trying to knock her down, they were trying to bring credibility to the argument. They weren't jealous.
The WNBA needs to do a better job promoting its star players. Caitlin Clark should be the face of the league, yet she remains somewhat under the radar. The league's marketing efforts should focus on elevating players like Clark, who can bring in new fans and grow the sport. To keep top talent, the WNBA also needs to offer competitive salaries that can rival those in the EuroLeague. Players like Clark shouldn't have to choose between playing in the WNBA and earning a living wage. Additionally, the league must do more to protect its players. Incidents like the eye poke with DiJonai Carrington can't go without consequences. The WNBA needs to take a stronger stance on player safety and sportsmanship, addressing such situations swiftly and fairly. Looking ahead, it's clear the league's success depends on players like Caitlin Clark. She's a once-in-a-generation talent, and the WNBA can't afford to lose her, but keeping her will require serious changes.
Game on Ion still averaged 1.26 million viewers, which is so impressive.
Caitlin Clark's break from the WNBA could be a turning point for the league. It's a chance for the WNBA to reflect on what it's doing well and what needs improvement. Fans will surely miss Clark and can't wait to see her back soon. Let's hope the league treats her better next year. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.